I'm not really into collections, but this collection is really unbelievable. Can you remember, I don't know how old you were, but can you remember what you were doing in 1963 when JFK was assassinated?
I was in the 3rd grade. I was coloring a picture of a pilgrim when in St. Joseph's School in Haverhill, Massachusetts, the principal came over the intercom, and we turned on the television sets. And I'll tell you, in the 3rd grade, that was a lot to handle for a kid, watching the coverage. Yeah.
It was a huge moment for so many Americans, and there's been an amazing fascination with JFK ever since. I want to introduce you to a man who knows a lot about this man and who has some very special items, JFK items. This is Robert White. You can say hello to Tom, Larry, Bob,
Robert.
James Coburn is in there.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yes, it is. I thought that might happen. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this collection.
Problem is, you sound more like Bobby.
Do I?
Yeah, that's right.
I'll go with Bobby. You started collecting this stuff, I understand, way back in 1955. Why
Right.
JFK?
Well, Kennedy as a senator fascinated me, and then, of course, when he had aspirations to become president, kind of looked like a modern-day Lincoln to me. And then, of course, when Dallas happened, November 22nd of '63, he really took on the Lincoln quality across the whole world. And I started collecting his things, much like people collect Lincoln.
And this is actually, Tom, have a look at this. What you were just looking at there was his original briefcase.
This is his actual briefcase that he acquired in the late 40s, used in the 50s, and it was on the plane in Dallas in the 60s. And I have photographs of him from the 3 periods of his life with the briefcase.
That's what I think is really, really cool about your collection, is the fact that you have the photographs to go with the collectible pieces. And Tom, you know what happened with Jackie Kennedy Onassis' estate the other day, right? It
Sure.
sold for like $34.4 million.
Yep.
You could be a millionaire. I mean, you could sell this stuff.
Yeah, I hear that every day from my family, but I look at this as historic material, and I look at it as fun material and material that I want to share with the public in a museum one day.
Robert.
Now this, yeah, Tom?
There's one thing, and I hope you're going to show it to us at some point. You have some of the doodles that JFK did in Dallas. Is that right?
We've got the doodles. They're over the other side of the room, so I'll just show you this first, and then I'll skedoodle over there.
Skedoodle for you.
This is the original rocking chair, and the cool thing about this, Tom, is the one that was sold with Jackie Kennedy Onassis' estate was sold for $440,000. This one is even more special, right?
This one's completely original. It was never recovered. Jackie Kennedy had the ones that she had recovered. This is totally original, and one of the few rockers like it in existence.
Apparently, a lot of guys come down here with big chains on, Tom, lots of money, and offer money for this, but he is not selling. This stuff is unbelievable. Tom, look at these flags right here. These were on the car.
These were the 2 flags that flew on the bumper at Dallas, November 22nd. They were used all during the presidency, but they were on the car that day.
And there's the photograph to prove it. But I want to show you some more of the personal items, Tom, and the doodles that you were talking about, because if you come over here, have a look. Let's go right around here and have a look at these doodles. These doodles here, Tom, were done during the Cuban crisis, missile crisis?
Yes, blockade Cuba, Fidel Castro, and a sailboat. They were by Kennedy in the Oval Office.
Tom, an amazing collection. The cool thing about what Robert's doing here is that he's not going to sell this stuff. He's going to keep it. He's going to share it with everyone. It's going to hopefully go into a museum one day, and that way we can keep the legacy, I suppose you could say, alive.
All right. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Phil. By the way, growing up in Massachusetts, as I did, I can attest to the fact that the Kennedys are the only ones in the whole state who talk like that. No one else talks like that. There's no one else. In Massachusetts, it's like this family developed their own accent, and they go around talking like that. No one else in Massachusetts talks like that.
We could afford to buy that accent.
That's exactly my point.
Money gets you anything.
That's right.
I'd like to welcome one of the most